Alrighty, party peoples of the interwebs, just a brief update because I'm not going to have a 12:30 show today because I'm getting ready to shoot an episode of The Unusual Suspects with the gang. Won't be back in time. And then tonight, going to Mar-a-Lago for The Line in the Sand, James O'Keefe's new documentary movie premiere. And I've got to thank the folks at Give, Send, Go who got me in as their +1. So no show at 12:30. I'll try to do some updates and I will definitely post some stuff exclusively to vivabarneslaw.locals.com. But as I'm sitting here, because I get here early, I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see a tweet with a video clip of Chrystia Freeland. And if you don't know who Chrystia Freeland is, she is Canada's Minister of Finance, arguably the second most powerful person in all of Canada, who arguably has greater loyalty to her homeland of Ukraine, or that of her family, Ukraine, where she's squandering billions and billions of taxpayer dollars from Canada. This is a woman who is on the board of trustees of the WEF. If you didn't know that, go look it up. I know a lot of my audience already knows it because it's a relevant fact to repeat and hammer home over and over and over again. Now, there's some parliamentary debates going on, or something parliamentary discussion in Canada. If you've never seen a session of it, go watch it. It looks like, I don't know, I would say an episode of the Benny Hill Show, but it's not funny. Chrystia Freeland drops a bomb of a joke. She's like so proud of herself, referring to conservative Canadians as, I think it's maple syrup MAGA wannabe conservatives, something along those lines. And I see this clip and I'm like, oh, I got to go try to find the broader context to see in what context she referred to conservative Canadians as wannabe maple syrup MAGA. It's something along those lines.
Speaking for myself, puerile playground insults from the maple syrup MAGA don't bother me one bit.
And when I'm looking it up, I don't find the clip that I'm looking for in context. I see that Chrystia Freeland, in addition to being a disloyal traitor to Canada, a WEF stooge, she's also an unoriginal piece of repeating rubbish, because she used that line a while back, at least a month ago, because that's when I found this clip from, when having a debate with Lanceman, who's a member of the Conservative Party, referring to Canadians, conservatives, as maple syrup MAGA.
I've stood up to Trump, and I have stood up to Putin. Juvenile playground insults from the wannabe MAGA maple syrup conservatives do not frighten me at all.
The problem with this insult, because she's an idiot, doesn't understand it, she's not insulting conservatives, she's making a mockery of all of Canada. When I go back to Canada, I do refer to it as the maple gulag. I refer to it as going behind the iron rainbow, or the rainbow, the rainbow curtain is how I call it. Because when I do go back to Canada, I do feel like I'm entering an insane asylum communist regime. But when she uses the trope maple syrup, she's not insulting conservatives, she's insulting and demeaning all of Canada. The second thing is, by the way, in that clip that I found, listen to the way the audience laughs at her face when she has the audacity to pretend having stood up to Donald Trump. First of all, Chrystia, there's nothing to stand up to Donald Trump for. You should be aligning yourself with Donald Trump. And you pretend to have stood up to Vladimir Putin? What a freaking joke. Nobody takes you seriously, Chrystia. Nobody takes Justin Trudeau seriously. Nobody takes Kamala Harris seriously. And nobody takes Joe Biden seriously. That's why we're seeing the world in the state of war that it is. Because nobody takes you seriously. You stood up to Vladimir Putin. You got laughed down like the idiot that you are. So in addition to insulting Canadians with your trope, getting laughed at like an idiot, you're also an unoriginal, repeating piece of human waste. So with that said, everybody, that is the day's schedule. Now you know a little bit more about Canadian politics, as if you wanted to. I'm going to put the top down on this so it doesn't get rained on, because in Florida, it rains in a split second. You know what to do. Viva Fry on Rumble. Viva Fry on Twitter. vivabarneslaw.locals.com. And tonight, Mar-a-Lago. I'll redo my original appraisal of the property, see if it's still worth only $18 to $27 million, as per the New York nipple judge Engelron's finding of fact in that ridiculous case. Peace out, peeps. Oh yeah.
I've stood up to Trump, and I have stood up to Putin.